I am so glad you're here because today I am going to attempt my second handmade flower tutorial. Currently I'm taking a class over at my creative classroom. It's a bind it all class, and our first project was to learn how to bind, actually, and after we finished binding our product together, we needed to embellish, and I went with this sort of really grunge look. Anyhow, I have posted over on the Cricut message board on a swap that I co-host that I was up to my earballs in glimmer mist and ink and just in a general mess, and somebody suggested that I show them pictures. So I did, and I show the picture of the cover here and talking about my handmade flower here, and they liked it, and a couple of them asked for directions, and we were busy in the process of trying to get the new swap started, so I didn't have time to film anything. But anyhow, here's a second one that I didn't put a picture up on. This one's real simple, made with the Tim Holtz Tattered Florals, the sunflower part of the die. Excuse me. Anyhow, the name of the swap is the Jumpin' June Bugs. It's just a great group of ladies. We started out as being the, what were we, the Secret Leprechauns, and then we had so much fun we moved to become Bashful Bunnies, and so now we're Jumpin' June Frogs. June Bugs, not frogs. Oh, frogs is cute. But no, we're the Jumpin' June Bugs. So I want to say hi to all the gang there on that message board, and just love you guys. So anyhow, one of the things that was mentioned, they were talking about me making it with a scallop die, and I did make it with a scallop die, and then somebody mentioned they thought, because, you know, when I put it up you couldn't tell, there was no relevance or anything to relate the size. So they were talking about possibly being the, oh my goodness, the Sizzix big scallop die, which actually it's not. I used this size, but I wanted to show this is the size of the Sizzix big die by Stampin' Up, and this is the size of the one that we're going to be using, along with some others. But anyhow, if any of you don't have a Stampin' Up person that you use regularly, I can sure hook you up with my friend Robin. She took real good care of me, and I got that in. If you like my mat here, I got this from my secret bunny, my Bashful Bunny, this last swap, and it's an oven mat inside, and it's just like this. It's heat proof and stick proof and everything, and so I was really excited about getting it, but this already has glue on it, so we're going to put this down for right now. I'm not going to goober at the other one until I absolutely have to. Okay, first off, there are a ton of videos online at here at YouTube where to teach how to make flowers. And Donna Salazar uses something, I think hers is a little bit larger than this. She makes these huge flowers, and they're just lovely. I haven't quite mastered her technique yet, and I'm working on it. I'm also working on trying to come up with my own deal, you know? You know what I mean? I want it to be mine. And I know that for this flower in particular, there are tutorials online, and I wanted something that was mine. And there may be, the one I'm about to show you, there may be others online just like it. I haven't seen it yet. But I did take a little bit from this video and a little bit from that video and sort of meshed it all together, and then it became mine. So my apologies if somebody else has already shown this, and I'm not trying to take credit. I'm just saying I haven't seen yours yet. But I want to tell you that actually these were inspired by these little darlings. And this was, I received these in a rack swap from J Bear, and I just love these. I took one out just to see how it was made, and then I put it back, and I have it displayed in a basket. I tell you, I don't want to use them, but and if I do finally use them, it's going to be on something very, very special. So this is what I have used J Bear to thank you for inspiring me to try some different things with my flowers. I've been doing just I'm knocking stuff over here. Oh goodness. I lost my train of thought. You know, the floral ones. Okay, I'm going to go back to this and see if you, I don't know if you can see this in there, but inside here, in the center here, I put some tiny, I'm uncoordinated. I've got the camera in a different location than when I normally put it, and so I'm having problems here. And nobody ever said I was coordinated to begin with. Okay, so I have BIA in there for Bind It All. And same way here, I just wrote this, and I'm not totally happy with that, but you know, I was in a hurry. This isn't really, it's just for me, it's not a showpiece or anything. I get to try out a lot of techniques, like I used my Distress It All and stuff all around the edges. I was really excited to use that. So, I was going to show you, I made this into a magnet. A magnet, as my kid calls it. Alright, so the two types of die cuts or punches that we're going to use are going to be this 1 7/8 punch, and then the medium flower from Tim Holtz's Tattered Florals. And I've already starched these. Now, a lot of people spray it with water. I spray it with starch. And it can be, I prefer to use in the blue bottle. It comes starch in a blue bottle. And that's just what I prefer to use, and mix it with a little bit of water and then spray it on there. But then you glimmer mist. And you know what? I've discovered it doesn't matter if you, I don't think it matters. I don't know, you can see here my mess. I just love the sound here. And that's how this is a vintage dictionary, so the pages were really thin, so I wanted it to have that crunchy, crackly type feel, and so that's why I would use the starch. If I was using newer pages, I probably, this is a large one from Tim Holtz, I probably would not need to use a starch. I'd probably just use my glimmer mist and go from there, and not even worry with water. So anyhow, I've already glimmer misted and already starched these, and I already have my little baubles here all ready to go with what I'm going to do. And you know, I'm going to tell you right now that this is not a what's it called, acid-free, like, you know, for scrapbooking. I wouldn't necessarily use this let me grab my scissors here. I wouldn't necessarily use that on a scrapbooking page that was important. I want to show you that what I like to do is, I have this little hole punch here, and I wonder how much of this has been off camera so far. Oh, well, hopefully not. And I just line up what I want to use. Turn that so you can see it. And then I'm going to turn it back so I can see it, so I can center it, and just punch it out. And then I take the baubles here, and it's just these glass marbles that you can find just about anywhere. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, I think even Walmart. In fact, I think that's probably where I got these, was at Walmart. They're fairly inexpensive. And if you're going to make these into magnets, I would strongly encourage using glossy accents on to adhere it. I have been known to use other things. As a matter of fact, I'll just do that now with this, my glue gun, and just put me a little bit on there. And then I'm going to put that over the top, and I'm sort of going to, oops, I may have waited too long. Well, don't wait as long as I just did, because it didn't allow me to move it around with the glue gun. But it will be okay. Oh, I think